Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today then in Europe. I'm Stephen Carroll with Caroline Hepker, and we're joined by Bloomberg's Markets Today editor Sam Unstead. Sam, good morning. Let's start with energy stocks this morning. The likes of Shell reacting to the jump in oil prices we've seen.
Yeah, I think quite a predictable move in oil companies this morning. Oil prices up, not moving quite as much as oil prices. So the crude at the moment up by around 8%. Most of the big oil companies up by somewhere between 4 and 6%. There is obviously a knee-jerk reaction to oil prices going higher. That's obviously good for the sector in the short term. The question, of course, and the question really across global markets, is how sustained is this? How long does this go on for? But the knee-jerk reaction is certainly one that's pushed oil prices up and European energy stocks to another record high.
Sam, good morning. Meanwhile, defence stocks have also reacted sharply to the news. How are investors thinking about this when it comes to BAE Systems and the other big defence names in Europe?
So another similarly predictable move, geopolitical uncertainty and actual conflict in this case in the Middle East underpins this story that's been pushing defence stocks higher for the last 4 or 5 years, particularly obviously since Ukraine in 2022. Global spending has been going up. This will underpin that story, and those companies, because of that outlook, because of this enormous increase in spending, which goes out for years and years and years, and gives a very strong revenue outlook for many years to come. This kind of underpins that narrative.
And of course, there's also been major impact on travel as a result of the conflict that began over the weekend. What does that mean for the travel companies trading in Europe?
So it's a lot of the same questions, as to how long all of this goes on for. But there are two key things happening. One is the oil price story. There's, again, a knee-jerk reaction to higher oil prices, potentially meaning higher fuel costs and therefore weighing on margins of airlines. But probably more significant today is the effective shutdown of flights in and around, particularly areas like Dubai, kind of super connector airports. It's a very significant moment, a very significant challenge for the airline industry to move past. And, travel stocks in general, across Europe are falling on this news, because of the impact it may well have on travel demand. You noted a company like Accor, for example, the hotel company, they're down nearly 10% today, have a slightly higher exposure to the Middle East. So that whole sector taking a pretty heavy hit today.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.